So hi guys, this is Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. Today we have Ms. Punjika with us. Ms. Punjika received the Canada Student Visa after two refusals, and we'll just talk to her and see how her profile is. And it's going to be very interesting. So hi Ms. Punjika, how's you doing today? Can you talk us through your profile?
Yeah, sure, sir. I'm doing great. Hope you're doing good too.
I'm doing very
So, uh, I have done my graduation in 2019 and I've done BA Honors English and I had applied for hospitality management course
okay.
and I
And
had, yeah,
at which college?
at Lambton College.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this was the very first time you applied, right? Yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay. So, did you decide, was it your preference or somebody
No,
recommended you?
I wanted to go for public relationship. Uh, Literally, I was thinking before when I opted for BA Honors English, I was very clear in my head that I want to go in public relation and public services. Same I discussed with my earlier consultant, but he said that if I go for hospitality management course, I can further do such jobs which I want to in public services. So
Yeah.
I said, okay, he knows better than me in this field. I, I, I literally didn't had any knowledge about that. So I said, okay. And also I asked him that, are you sure that I'll get the visa because I don't have any knowledge in this field? He
Yeah.
was like, no, you definitely will get. Your profile is good, and so on. But I got two refusals.
Okay. So
Yeah.
after first refusal, like what did they say? Like, why we have to reapply and like what was going on?
Like about if I talk about the consultant, he was quite manipulating at that time too. He said that there is a lot of backlogs right now, and they must be selecting the very good profiles, and he was making me doubt my profile. I was like, there might be a possibility that this can happen, but then I researched like what are the courses and what are the reasons for refusal. And then I got to know that course relevancy is a major reason that you can get the refusal.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so after second refusal, like what research you have done? You said you've done the research. So did you do on your own? Did you contacted someone
No.
like?
Uh, there's a friend of my brother. You know her now. So she recommended you to me, and I by then I started watching your videos, and I got into the process, and I called you because through your videos I was very convinced, I should say, that yeah, there is a such steps which should be taken in order to get the visa, and if we will approach in the right direction, because at that time I was not able to figure out what is the problem in my profile. Like the students of my age group, and that too with the same profile, are getting the visa. Why am I not getting it? I was trying to figure that out. So then I called you and you guided me so well, and now I have got the visa.
So you always wanted to go for the PR, like public relations only, and I
Yeah,
think it was relevant to your bachelor's. You did English literature, which was definitely about the writing content and which is
yeah,
relevant to the PR. So then eventually, I still remember you visited us in Gurgaon, and then we had a discussion, and apparently you were this was a valid question. Then change of the program. Like, what would officer think, and
yeah.
how would you justify that? All of a sudden, you wanted to become
Why are you
something.
changing the program? Yeah,
Yeah. So I appreciate your trust, and then you shown trust, a lot of trust, and then we worked together, and then we worked on the SOP as well, and you supported us, and we were able to get through. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other students also who are also having this valid question, which I would say valid definitely, that when we are changing the program, how to like justify like you know this is a big question, and it scares a lot of people, unless they're skilled enough to do it. So definitely, it will scare them. So, how did you handle it? How did you make sense that okay, we can do this?
Okay. At first, initially, I was really scared because uh, I was like, I have received two refusals on my profile, and now if I change the course, visa officer will definitely think that I have to go to Canada. That's why I'm changing the program. So why he might think that why did I not change my program in the second time
Yeah,
if this was the case. Then I thought that there are many students who change the courses, and there is a certain process. I have seen that through you, people have received their visa after 4 to 5 refusals also, and there must be a practical process, and visa officer look something in the SOP. Like you told me that visa officer look for the career progression, and that is a
yeah,
practical point
yeah,
according to me.
yeah,
So
yeah.
at that time, I started thinking practically, and I convinced myself that I have to be calm and composed and do the right thing. And then I would say that you did everything like SOP. You wrote it so well. When I read my SOP which you wrote, I was convinced myself like okay that sometimes mistake happens, and we being the student sometimes do such mistakes that we don't know. So
Yeah.
you managed it really well. Thank you so much for that.
Most welcome. And when you had two refusals and when you didn't, get in touch with us, so what was going in through your mind? Like, were you hopeful?
It was really depressing at that time. Like I have spent many nights. I would say that I haven't slept at that time. I used to, and when I used to think that I have refusals, one thing which kept me motivated was your video. I'm being very honest right now. I used to watch those videos like at 3, 2 p.m.,
Yeah.
a.m. Like those things motivated me a lot. And I was thinking that if these students can get the visa and if there is no problem in my profile, why cannot I? So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
was the thing which I used to think, thought at that time.
And your visa process also took like a lot of time, right? I mean, we had
Lot
to
of,
wait for more than a month, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
And when you saw the approval, when you saw the decision, what were you doing at that time? What did you do afterwards?
I was generally surfing my phone and I saw the notification, and at that time my heart was beating like I could hear my heartbeat at that time. So I was trying to log in the GCK. I didn't even open the mail properly. I just saw the notification and I went to the GCK, but it was not opening at that time. It took me 15 to 20 minutes to open that GCK, and I remember clearly at that it was 26th of July, and at that day, my father was saying, "If you will not get your visa right now today, now I'm gonna get mad now because I have been waiting for so long." And then I saw the result, and I just screamed. I called my father and told him. He was the very first person to whom I told, uh, and he was very happy, very happy. And after that, I told you.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. That's great. So happy for you. So happy for you. I mean, I
Thank
could, I could sense that, after refusals, it really breaks our heart. So we don't expect refusals, but it definitely, shakens us a little bit. So, uh, since when we met, apparently you had so many valid questions, and I appreciate your trust and I appreciate the way you handled it. And I think that the students can also learn from you. Even after having so many disappointments, you still, took a practical approach and saw and calculated everything and then took the decision. So I think there was something which is really inspiring for a lot of other students as well. And you saw a hope, and it really worked in your favor. And I'm so happy for you, ma'am. And is there
thank you
anything
so
else
much.
you would add for other students who are also facing refusals and uh, like
When I received two refusals, there was one question in my mind: why always me? This is the very first question that always come in students' mind, and I believe that at first everyone is very heartbroken that they never uh, could think that they would get refusal if they're applying at first. But now I would say that even if you are applying with a very good consultant, you should do your own research. Like each and every step, what you are doing, you should know. You should never be it a very good consultant. Still, you should not leave everything on your consultant. You should know each and everything what you are writing in your SOP and what documents you are applying with. I believe that researching everything and having the clear mind that what you're going to do after this is the best thing you can do while you're applying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm so happy for you that you've got it, and I wish you great. Like I know you have a great future ahead. I also remember your father was also pretty much involved, and he was supporting you and everything. So
Yes, sir.
really appreciate how the families come forward and the support. In this time, everyone gets mad, but usually people want to be happy, and I think visa brings that happiness. So I'm so happy. Many congratulations to you once again.
Thank you
And
so much, sir. This was all possible just because of you.
it's
So
definitely
thank you so
possible
much.
because of blessings and it was something that was happened to meant to happen. So no worries. Thank you so much for your trust, and I really appreciate your support. All the very best. In case of any more questions about how to go further about the traveling and everything, you're most welcome to get in touch. And all the very best. All the very best.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much, sir.
Bye bye.